An attorney for the First Church of Cannabis filed suit against the state of Indiana and other state officials. The church is looking for injunctive relief. It wants to stop authorities from enforcing laws against possessing and using marijuana. The church is citing RFRA as their basis for that lawsuit.
Today we invite the state of Indiana and all its leaders to joyfully meet us in a court of law for clarifications on our core religious values.
It was just filed within the past few hours. We're reaching out to state leaders for comment. The church, meanwhile, is not allowing the use of illegal substances until the issue is settled in court. Now, all of this comes as the First Church of Cannabis is set to hold its second service tonight. Now, you may recall last week saw big crowds, as you see there, and a big police presence. The Now's Mike Pelton is live in the newsroom. Mike, the only of those things is true tonight, right? We're not going to see both at tonight's event.
Well, in Raphael, even IMPD admits last week's first service saw a big law enforcement presence. Police say don't plan on that type of response again unless people break the law. And when it comes to the church, several neighbors tell me thus far the problems are few and far between.
Like all that tape and then all that.
Justin Mullins lives just down the street from the First Church of Cannabis. In his yard, you will still find yellow tape meant to prevent parking.
We don't want none of that because of our grass and stuff.
Despite the precaution, he's pleased with the issues, or lack thereof, stemming from the church.
I know that there were so many people here. It was ridiculous.
The first service last Wednesday also saw a lot of officers, IMPD with patrol cars and an incident command center.
And we won't have that sort of presence there. However, you will see uniformed officers patrolling the neighborhoods.
IMPD Officer Christopher Wilburn says they will scale back their presence, although he won't say how many officers will be close by.
So we will continue to maintain a police presence here in that community as we do in any part of our city, and we want to make sure that that's conveyed publicly.
The service last week saw no arrests. The church leader, Bill Levin, prohibited illegal substances. He says that's the case Wednesday night as well.
We will not be celebrating with our sacrament tonight, but that doesn't mean we won't be celebrating.
He even had a little fun after hearing the police will scale back.
Well, I was sort of liking a one-on-one relationship with our parishioners and knowing that there was one officer to cover every parishioner here.
While that won't be the case this time, we did ask IMPD if they know anything about this camera across the street.
We utilize certain techniques, we utilize certain technology throughout law enforcement, and we'll leave it at that.
And IMPD also says they rely heavily on their community partners and will respond to calls for service. They say while the church has a right to express themselves, they are ready, if need be, to crack down on any illegal activities. That first service, or that second service rather, set for 7 o'clock tonight. Live in the newsroom, Mike Pelton for the Now Indy.